proceed to fourth jhana. So before we go, so by paying homage, open, let's open. Let's start. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Fourth jhana. Fourth jhana level. So Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi, page number 45. Paragraph number 165. Paragraph number 165. Attasalini. Attasalini, where? Page number, Attasalini, Attakatha, page number 220. 220. And then translation. Translation where? Oh, here. 235. Attasalini translation 235. 236. So there you can see in the fourth jhana there are significant points. Number one significant point is Sukha Sajja Bahana. Okay, Sukha Sajja Bahana, Dukkha Sajja Bahana. Bahana, abandon. Okay. Ha, the Ruha. Bahana, do abandon, to eradicate, or do suppress. Not to the eradicate, not to the fourth jhana does not eradicate things totally, but they just suppress for the considerable time. So Sukha Sajja Bahana. At that time, Sukha and also Dukkha are abundant. Here, in the translation, they say what? From the putting away of a pleasure and from the putting away of a pain, pleasure and pain, Sukha and Dukkha. Actually, pleasure and pain is what? Kaika Sukha and also Kaika Dukkha. Okay, Sukha sa, Dukkha sa. Sukha and Dukkha refers to physical pain and physical, physical pain and physical pleasure. Kaika Sukha, Kaika Dukkha. So we have to remember this. And also Bhubhewa, previously. And then Somanasa, Domanasana, Atthangama. Atthangama. Previously hear me. And then Somanasa, Domanasana. Here, Somanasa is what how they translate is what? Joy and grief. Okay, the clause from the passing away of a joy and grief. So Somanasa actually here is Chittasika. Chittasika Sukha. And then Domanasa is the Chittasika Dukkha. Okay, Mendel. Chittasika Sukha and Chittasika Dukkha. So Sukha Dukkha refers to Kaika Sukha, bodily or physical. Physical pain and physical pleasure and physical pain. So Atthangama is passing away Athengama cease to exist. Okay, because of the mental pleasure and pain, Cetasika Sukha and Dukkha are cease to exist. So regarding this point, so this is one point here. Regarding this point, the commentator explained a lot. Okay, on the Hobewa here means previously, previously, not at the moment of the fourth jhana. So as you have studied in the Abhidhamma Piṭaka, and also as you have studied in the Visuddhimagga about the about the jhana. Okay, so before the jhana attainment, there is upajara. Okay, here translation is upajara is SS. Okay, SS a moment. Okay, SS moment. Just before the upajara, neighbor, just prior to the attainment of the fourth jhana. So here commentator trying to say that Pobewa here means Pobewa. Pobewa the Danjago Pobewa. Okay. Not Chatota Jhana Kane. Not at the moment of the fourth jhana. And then here Somanasa Domanasa and Atingamadi. Chetasika Sukha Sacha. Chetasika Dukkha Sacha. Okay. Somanasa Domanasa here referred to Chetasika Sukha and Chetasika Dukkha. So mental pleasure and mental pain. So these two also Pobewa Athengama previously cease to exist. It means bahana, abandon. So it means both of the physical and mental pleasure and pain are ceased to exist before the attainment of the fourth jhana. It means at the moment of the upajara. Okay, upajara to the fourth jhana. Then commentator asked the question, Gadhabana. Gadha means when. Nisambhana hodi. Okay, when are they put away? Commentator translation here is that when are they put away? Yeah, Chadonan Jhanana Upajara Khandi. At the essence moment of the four jhana. Okay. At the essence moment of the four jhana. They are abundant. Here, this one is a Sankeba, it is called Sankeba. Brief explanation. Brief answer. Chadonan Jhanana Upajarakhani. Then, the answer is that Somanasahi Chadoda Jhanasa Upajarakhani Yewa Bahiyadi. So, Somanasa, mean the blessing feeling. Okay, mean the blessing feeling. So it is abundant, or it ceases to exist at the moment of at the essence moment of the fourth jhana. So at this point we have to be clear. I think it would be better to write it down. So fourth jhana is at the essence moment of the Somanasa. Somanasa Vedana. Somanasa Vedana is abundant at the essence moment of the fourth jhana. And then Dukkha Vedana, Dhammasaṅgaṇī Vedana, and then Sukha Vedana. Okay, these three feelings are abandoned at the essence moments, at the essence moments of the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana. Okay, so this way explained. Detailed answer is like this. Ewa medesam, ewam edesam, pahana gamena audana, indriya vibange bana. Odesa kamenewa, idhabi, odana, sukha dukha, somnasa, somnasana, pahana, veridabam. So here commentator uh, and explain the order. So the order of there are two orders. One order is the order of abandonment, pahanekama. Okay, the order in which these the order in which the four fetters are abandoned, four feelings are abandoned. Okay, the order in which four feelings are abandoned, pahanekama. And also another thing is udisakama. Udisakama. Here, translation is that sequence of their removal. It is called Bahanakama. Translation is sequence of their removal. And then their removal should be understood even by the sequence of the summary. Okay. Udesakama is the sequence of a summary. Uh, so here the Sukha Dukkha Somnasa Domanasa are mentioned not in the sequence of a removal, but in the sequence of the summary, sequence of the order, the sequence of the exposition, or sequence of the brief description. Odessa is called brief description. Like so when we count, when we enumerate indriyas, 22 indriyas or whatever, then what the order appear is Sukha Indriyan, Dukkha Indriyan, Somnas Indriyan, Domnas Indriyan, Ubekha Indriyan, like that. Okay, Sukha, Dukkha, Somnasa, Domnasa. So this way of appearance or this sequence is not in the order of abandonment, not in the order of removal, but in the order of the uh, brief description, Odessa. Here in this jhana abandonment also, as well as in the Indriya Vibhanga, in the Vibhanga Bali also. So, Sukha Dukkha, Somnasa, Domnasa, Pahanam, Vedidavan, the abandonment of a Sukha Dukkha, pleasure, physical pleasure and pain, Somnasa, Domnasa, mental pleasure and pain, should be known like that. Here yet, and then commentator trying to continue to say, so yadipana edani dasa janasa upajara khani yewa bahiyandi athakasama kata ja ubanam dukkindriya aparisesa nirojati. So here commentator, the point the commentator want to say is a little bit different from the Indriya Vibhanga. In the Indriya Vibhanga, so the Buddha explained, so the point, the moment in which Indriyas, Dukkha Indriya or Sukha Indriya or Somnasa, Domnasa cease to exist is at the moment of the what? Aparisesa Nirojati. So without any remaining is at the moment of the jhana moment. Okay, so if you read here, if you continue to read the translation here, I will try to find. So, where does the uprising controlling faculty of a pain cease completely? Abrisesa. So then the Buddha said, Bhikkhus, in this case, the bhikkhu aloof indeed from the sense desire enters into and abides in the first jhana. Here, the controlling faculty of the pain which is arising ceases completely. Okay. So with this Indriya Vibhanga explanation, it's clear that uh, Dokindriya ceases to exist at the moment in which yogi attains the first jhana. Okay, yogi attains the first jhana. But here Gomanida say that at the essence moment of the first jhana, it means prior to first jhana, Upajara moment. So what is the difference? So that question is raised here. Yadibana edani danida. Dasa janasa upajara kani yewa bahiyandi. Actually, these are abundant at the essence moment of their respective jhana. Why? Why it is said? Okay, why the Buddha said in the Vibhanga, in the Vibhanga like that? It ceases to exist at the moment of at the jhana moment. Okay, so here Dokindriya ceases to exist, completely ceases to exist at the moment of the first jhana attainment, and then Dominas Indriya, okay, Dominas Indriya, and then Sukha Indriya, Somanas Indriya ceases completely at the moment of the fourth jhana. So, so you can see there, Ewan jhane suwa niroda vododi. Okay. Actually, what the commentator want to say is that these four feelings cease to exist at the essence moment of their respective jhana. But the Buddha said in the Indiya Vibhanga, at the moment of the uh, respective jhana moment. Okay, why? So the answer is that here, Adisaya Nirodhata. Adisaya Nirodhata. On the page number 221, line number 4. Adisaya Nirodhata. So here, translation, I will find the oh, this is said here because of their complete cessation. Okay, Adisaya Nirodhata, complete cessation. The reason is that because of their complete cessation. Here, commentator continue to say, explain further. For in the jhanas, their cessation is completed, not merely begun. At the essence moment, their cessation is not completed. Okay. Yeah, Adisaya Nirodo hi desam Patama jhana desu na Nirodo yewa. Adisaya Nirodo hi. Yeah. Adisaya Nirodo. The means complete cessation is there. In the first jhana, Dokindriya, okay, Dokindriya is ceased to exist completely. Not just ceases. Maybe how can we say about this? Maybe at the Upajara moment, they ceases, but not yet totally ceased. Maybe if there is a condition, it may rise. Okay, but at the jhana moment, if we are totally absorbed into the jhana state, uh, then we, even though the other conditions appear, then dukkha will not arise at the first jhana moment. But in the upajara moment, it starts to cease. Okay, dukkha faculty of the pain, physical pain. Maybe if we sit for a long time, okay, sometimes a mosquito bite, okay, mosquito bites, and then at the upajara moment, we may start to abandon the dukkha. But there is a mosquito, okay, mosquito bite, or sometimes our seat is not even, and then we feel uncomfortable. So that is the dukkha may resume. But at the moment of the jhana, if we enter already past jhana, then even though mosquito bite or maybe uncomfortable positions, unbalanced conditions, that will not be matter. That will not be a kind of disturbance uh, to rise the dukkha for the yogi. So that point. Nirodha Yewa Bana Upajara Khani Nadisaya Nirodha. Okay, yeah, got translations like that. For in the jhanas, their cessation is completed, not merely begun. At the essence moment, their cessation is not completed. Okay, cessation is a start, but not yet completed. True, though there is a cessation in the access to the first jhana, with a different advadi of the mind. Okay, different advadi of the mind. Here means advadi consciousness we have. Okay, awajana. So nana awajana. So different awajana, different advadi consciousness are there. It means so our mind is not yet fixed on a one witty. Okay, maybe kamajara witty, and then after that maybe um, manodara witty. Okay, Banjadara Viti and Manodara Viti, they are shifting from one Viti to another. So that they called Nana Vajana. Yet the controlling faculty of being may be produced through the contact with the cat flies, mosquitoes, etc., or by falling onto an uneven seat. Okay, to other Upajara moment. So you can understand that in the Upajara moment, we are not yet attained the jhana. Okay? Not yet attained, but very close to attain the first jhana. So maybe at that time we trying to keep Manodara Viti. Okay? Manodara Viti there. But the mosquito come and bite, then we feel that then there is a Kayadara Viti. Okay? And then maybe I have many other thought process may be. That's it. That with that in mind, with the different advadi of the mind, it means like that. Manorara Viti, Panjarara Viti, or Chakudwara, Sodadwara, and so on. So if it can happen in the Upajara moment. So, but there is no such a production within the ecstasy. Ecstasy here means jhana. So, for jhana moment, there is no. Nadriwa ando abanayam within the during the attainment of the first jhana, there will be no such a things. Upajarewa nirodhambi edan na sotu nirodham hodi. Okay. So what they say is, or this is a controlling faculty of the brain which seizes at the essence does not thoroughly cease. Okay, does not thoroughly see, even though we can say this ceases, but it does not thoroughly cease because it is not killed by its opposite faculty. Okay, so another Badibakena Awihadada. Awihadada, not yet killed by opposing faculty, opposite faculty. Ando abanayambana, pidi paranena, sabogayo, sukhokando hodi. Okay, but within the ecstasy, owing to the diffusion of a rapture. Okay, if we attain the jhana, then pidi is there. So that pidi diffuse or separate the whole body. So the whole body is surcharged with the pleasure. Sabogayo sukhaukando hoti. So translated as a surcharged. Aukanda means entered, okay? Maybe we sink. So if we go down into the water, into the river, it means we sink into the water. So also, it means aukanda. So sukhaukanda. So when we attain the first jhana, so pidi is there. So that pidi separate the whole body, and then after that there is sukha. Then the whole body, physical body, is like a what? Like a sinking into the sukha. So it means that the whole body is with the sukha. Sukha kandasa kaya saja sutu nirodha hodi dokhindriya. So if the whole body is sink into the sukha, then we will not feel any dukkha. So dokhindriya totally, completely ceases. Why? Because it is abandoned or it is killed by the dokhindriya is killed by the sukha, which is opposite to the dukkha. So, uh, so if we have a kind of experience about the jhana, so that will be much easier to understand about this explanation. So I also have no such experience. So, but when I listen to the talk about the meditators and also meditation instructions, so sometimes they retold their meditative experience. Maybe what I remember is what? Who is that? Ajahn Brahma once saw. Ajahn Brahma once saw is a he practiced. He is a follow disciple of the Ajahn Church. Ajahn Church. Maybe I don't know what citizen, but now currently he live in Australia. Very good preacher, and also uh, very good to listen his talk and also his experience. So when in one talk he explained about his practice in meditation, his practice in the forest in Thailand under the guidance of the Ajahn Chah, Banriva Ajahn Chah, Thai forest meditation master. So in what I have listen is that at the very beginning, maybe one night, 2 night, 3 night, because they are living in the forest, they practice the meditation. Then, since they are living in the forest, there are a lot of mosquitoes. Mosquito come and bite, and then after the meditation, also the whole body, there are many bumps. Okay, many many how to say wound or bumps on his skin because of mosquito bite. Then uh, uh, maybe after 1 week or around that, he continued to practice every day. And then what he said is that he can hear mosquitoes going around him. Mosquitoes go around him. Many they give a sound, but they cannot find him. They cannot find. They cannot locate. Mosquitoes cannot locate him, and it means that they cannot bite. And uh, yeah, they cannot bite like him. And then after the meditation, so he got a no mosquito bite. Okay, so on his body, on his skin, there is a no bump uh, because of the mosquito. And then what he explained is that very interesting. So if we if our mind is influenced by the hindrances, kamachanda, vyabhada, tinameda, udaja, gogoja, or avijja, lustful desire or evil or sloth and torpor or whatever. So when our mind is influenced, so from our body, so a kind of a heat sent the body send out a kind of a heat through our how to say uh, through the hole through our skin. There are on our skin there are many small holes. Okay, small hole on which maybe body hairs are growing. Okay, from that holes, but that tiny holes on our skin, the heat is sent out. So that heat is a kind of a heat wave, is attractive to the mosquitoes, and also it shows the way to the mosquitoes to come and bite. So his explanation, maybe I don't know about the uh, I don't know much about that kind of a science. So if we if, if we are influenced by the hindrances like that, our body send out the heat, and then that heat is attractive to the mosquitoes. So it means that heat guides mosquitoes to come and bite, to locate. So then gradually, if we practice a jhana, if we practice a concentration, meditation for a long time, then gradually you can suppress all the hindrances. Okay, no more hindrances there, but all the jhana fetters take place. So simultaneously, what happened? So the body does not send out such a heat. Maybe another kind of a thing that does not attract the mosquitoes. So that's why maybe after 1 week or something like that, Ajahn Brahma explained that why he is, even though he is practicing on the same place without mosquito net, then in the forest, then mosquitoes come mosquitoes come again, but they cannot fly, they cannot bite. Okay, why? Because from his body, maybe such kind of heat, such kind of heat produced by the hindrances are no more. Okay, that's why the mosquitoes lot the way to locate uh, to get the blood. So that is his explanation. So with this explanation, with the explanation given in the Atthakatha, Attasalini Atthakatha, it seems very interesting. So a commentator explained that at the Upajara moment, so because our mind is not stable, we cannot face our mind with the one mental process, one thought process. It means sometime Kamauchara Viti, sometime Abhana Viti. So we are not yet in the stable state. Sometimes Banjadora Viti, sometimes Manodora Viti, like that. So in that condition, so if there is a mosquito or uh, whatever conditions, then there may arise dukkha indiriya, dukkha vedana, physical pain. But the other once we enter into the uh, abhanaviti, it means if we attain the first jhana, then what happens? Even though there is a mosquito bite or any other condition that can produce a pain, we will not feel any pain. Okay, because of there the commentator explained two ways. Because in the jhana level, uh, it abandoned totally. Another way is in the jhana level, there is opposing pattern of the dukkha. Okay, opposing pattern of the dukkha is there. That is sukha. Sukha is sukha fill the whole body. That's why dukkha find no place. Okay, dukkha find no place. Dukkha indriya ceases totally cease to exist. So in this regard, with the Ajahn Brahm's experience and with this explanation, uh, mm, the point, similar point is that the existence of the no cessation of the dukkha. Okay, total cessations of a dukkha is the same. So at the moment of the past jhana attainment, total cessation of the dukkha, complete cessation of the dukkha. So whatever you may encounter, maybe mosquito bites or not bite, so dukkha cease to exist at the completely at the moment of the first jhana. So the different point is that uh, according to Ajahn Brahm's explanation, mosquito cannot find and cannot bite. And also, uh, uh, even when he emerged from the jhana, from the meditation, in his talk, he don't say it's a jhana, but it's a meditation. Concentration is very strong. Uh, but even when he emerged from the meditation, so he don't find any spots, okay, any spots, uh, bitten by the mosquito on his skin. So that point. So what he want to say is that there no, mosquito cannot bite him, cannot find him because of the because all the hindrances are come down, and then also there is a no heat. Uh, no heat is sent out by the from the body, which attracts to the mosquito, which attract the mosquitoes. But uh, in this explanation, uh, commentator does not mention mosquito does not bite, even though there may be mosquito bite, but you don't respond, okay? Because sukha is a field, okay, totally covered, totally filled with the sukha. The whole body is filled with the sukha. That's why there is no, how to say, there is no dokindriya at all. So that point is a different. That point is a different. But if you have a kind of a jhanic attainment, first jhanic attainment, that will be uh, very good for you to understand easily. Mm. But
Sayadaw.
when I read this one, yes,
Yeah, I have
yeah, please.
a few questions. So the first one is, see here it says upacharakane. So it's like the
Mm,
they use the word kana. So it's like a moment. So how
mm,
should we understand that? Because we know that in the jhana apana viti, then before the jhana moments, we have the four javana is the parikama upachara nuloma gotrabu. So does that mean that the word upachara cannot refers to the upachara moment in this viti, just one moment? Or is it like a stage before the meditator attain the jhana?
yeah, stage. The
It's a
stage
stage, so
before the attainment of apana. It means jhana. So
so,
not one moment of the Brigama Upachara Nuloma Kudarabu, not one moment, but the duration, the
so
stage we can
but
say.
it yes, so, but in the Pali, the Buddha used is it about the Buddha or the in the Atthakatha used the word upajarakane. So it's the kana. So it looks like it's just one moment.
Uh, yes, it can. It seems like that is a kana, but it's up to the how to say. The all are just a moment. Right? If we say like cannot, the word cannot can be used and not only do the very short moment, but also do the what do one stage. Okay, cannot. Uh, cannot is it like yes. So something like a 40 moment or 40 minutes or maybe 40 while. So the word kana does not fit to do only one moment, but it's up to the context. Okay, it's up to the context. We can say contextually, we have to understand that. So when we say the upajara kana uh, and then abana kana, okay, so in that case, a kind of a stage. It refers to the stage. Not only the moment.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw. And then also there is another question. So here we know that for jhana, there are kind of two kinds of viti. Is the jhana apana viti and jhana samapatti viti. So
Mm.
the jhana apana viti is the viti that happens for the first time, where the meditator attains the jhana for the first time. So
Yeah.
in that viti, we know that there is only one jhana citta, just one. And then for the jhana samapatti, then when he enter into that jhana, maybe for a few days and so on. So which kind of viti are we talking about right here? So is it the jhana appana viti or jhana samapatti viti?
Jhana Abhanaviti. Yeah, Abhanaviti. Now, the point that he want to mention, commentator want to mention is that no comparison between Abhana and Samabadi. Okay, but he want to say that Upajara moment, in the Upajara moment, Dokindriya starts to cease. Okay, painful feelings start to cease, but not totally, but only in the jhana attainment moment. Okay, jhana moment. Once we attain the jhana, then uh, uh, totally ceases. And then, but much less to say is that when we enter into the samabadi, jhana samabadi, okay, jhana samabadi viti, when it have been many jhana, many jhana. So other than much less to say to have for the cessation of the dukkhandriya. Okay. So yeah, but in this point, contest commentator just want to compare upachara moment and apana moment. Okay, upachara states and apana states.
But then Sayadaw, so if we say that it's the jhana appana viti, then it's just one viti. But in here, he gave a lot of examples like mosquitoes and uneven seed and so on. But then, so after that meditator attains the jhana appana, then after that is going to be, the kama vajara viti a lot. So how can we say that he's not going to have dukkha and domanassa and so on?
Can you say again? I lost.
Yeah. So yes, so he in the commentator gave examples like when he's not reached the jhana appana that yet, then he has all kinds of distractions like mosquitoes and uneven seeds. So then the dukkha vedana or domanassa vedana can arise because of those things. But then when he's in the jhana appana, then because of the very good of the jhana factors and so on, so all of the hindrances are suppressed. So that's why he's not going to have those bad vedanas. But then if we talk about the jhana appana, then we know that it's only one viti, which means after that viti, the meditator is going to have other like akama vajara viti. So, but in that sense, the dukkha and domanassa vedana can happen. So I don't quite understand how he used this example to demonstrate that point.
Mm-mm. So here, uh, so the word you found the word where nana vajani, the word is nana vajani. Okay, nana vajani, nana avajana, nana vajani, patama janu bajari. Okay, nana vajana and eka vajana. Okay, nana vajana means avajana. So if we have a Banjadora Viti, so we have a Banjadora Vajana with Jeda, right? Advading, hydro advading consciousness for example, mosquito bite or whatever, maybe I even see it or many other conditions. So before the attainment of the jhana, so we are not fixed to the jhana. Okay, other time we are. It is called what upachara. But he is practicing meditation maybe practicing meditation with the one Bhatavi Kasina in mind. Okay, so at the time, why he is practicing Bhatavi Kasina ardently, then maybe because of uneven seat. Uneven seat is maybe unbearable. Then, be, then there is a what? Uh, uh, Kaya Dwara Viti. Okay, Panchadara Vajana, and then uh, uh, instead of Jagu Vinyana, Kaya Vinyana, Samdejana, and so on. Okay, that may arise. So it may be very short, but after very soon he trying to go back to the Patavi Kasina object that appear in his mind, and then so it means his mind in the Upajara moment just do and fro, going forward and backward, going forward and backward. Okay, in this way, his mind become what in the uh, different advadi mind. Okay, with a different advadi mind. So that is the mental condition of a yogi before the attainment of any jhana, before the attainment of the first jhana here, we can say. So, so at that moment, so sometimes maybe he is very close to the attainment of jhana, but at the same time, maybe mosquito bite is very strong, and then uh, he feel it, and he feel pain, and then what happened? Kaya Viti arises, and then he return his mind to the Bhatavikasina, and then the Manodara Viti arises again. So Kaya Panchadara Viti and Manodara Viti, they are maybe going one after another, and until he totally fits his mind with the jhana fetters. That it means what the jhana arises. So in this condition, so before the attainment of a jhana, so it is called upajara. Okay, upajara moment. And that upajara moment, many things can happen. So uh, the dukkha vedana, dukkha indriya, start to cease, but not totally. When eight conditions are there, they may go back. Okay, that point. Because of that, commentator explain, give many explanation, examples. Okay, but I even see it, or because of heat, or because of cool, and also because of mosquito bite or gas many contests like that. So the do be clear is that trying to make a two stage. One stage is the upajara stage, another stage is the abana stage. Okay, or jhana attainment. Now, if we are totally go into the samabadi, uh, maybe it remain the same. Maybe for 1 hour, 2 hour, and so on, without changing, without going back into the any banjadora viti. But he will he will absorb with the manodara viti. Okay, my mind or thought process with the mind or thought process only. But in the upajara samadhi level, upajara stage, then panjadora viti and manodara viti, he will go to and fro, go forward and backward, like that. So at that moment, okay, that point is explained with the nana vajani, okay, nana vajani, patama janu pachari.
Thank you, Sayadaw. And then also, Sayadaw, I also have another question because we're talking about jhana right now. So, um, So we know that at the jhana samapatti there is one jhana citta that arises, and then in the jhana samapatti there are a lot of jhana cittas arising, and then we know that if a person attains the jhana and then he keeps the jhana intact, then when he dies, he's going to be reborn in the Brahma planes. So when he is reborn there, his patisandhicitta is the jhana, vipaka citta, jhana vipaka citta. So
Mm.
which one is it? So is it the result of the jhana citta in the apana viti, or is it the result of the jhana citta in the jhana samapatti?
The boy is a very specific, huh? Very specific.
Yeah, I'm asking because of this reason. So so we know that the jhana citta in the apana viti is the kusala citta, for it has to give the vipaka citta. It has to give the result. But then
Sure.
because so we know that we also always say this, that that person has to keep the jhana intact in order to be reborn in the Brahma world. So that means if he attains the jhana and then he loses the jhana, he's not going to go into the Brahma world after he dies. Does that mean that the result of the jhana citta in the apana viti is going to become ahosi?
So the point in your question is that uh, we have to keep intact with the jhana. So that is possible only in the samabadi, right? To keep intact. eh? In order to keep intact with the jhana, maybe first jhana, you have attained the first jhana, you're trying to keep that the jhana, first jhana in the samabadi. So the the moment we died, suppose we attain the first jhana, and then uh, after that maybe we die in it. We die in his a human being, a human abode. At the moment of a death, okay, there is a no jhana. Okay, there is a no jhana. That the jhana does not, our mind does not keep intact with the jhana, but it may take an object. Okay, it may take it as an object or jhana practice, something like that. So, but our how to say, our inclination to the jhana. Okay, now we have a practice a lot, okay, many times the same jhana, and also uh, so that we have a kind of attachment to that jhana. So that's why in the dying moment it will appear again, that object. Maybe other than the jhana, maybe no, not the present jhana, but the past object. Okay, past object it will appear as a past object. It will appear in mind. Taking that object in mind, we die, and then it will produce. Maybe it, after the death moment, there may rise a bodhisattva moment. That bodhisattva moment will continue to take that object. So with that object in mind, we may be born in the rupa plane. Uh, so at that time, we can say what? Uh, not because of the samabadi is also a kind of what? Kusala jeda. When we are entering samabadi, there arise also kusala jeda, rūpāvacarakusalaṃ. So for first attainment of the first jhana, Okay, that is also rūpāvacarakusalaṃ. So whatever rūpāvacarakusalaṃ have a potentiality to produce is a patisandhi rūpāvacara vipaka citta in the rupa plane. So that's why the uh, not necessarily do we dine with the rūpāvacara samapatti. Okay, but to be born in the rupa plane is the result of a rūpāvacara kusala citta. That rūpāvacara kusala citta you acquired maybe at the attainment of the first at the first attainment of the rūpāvacara jhana. Now we can simply say apana viti or samapatti viti or whatever viti it may be. Okay, the rūpāvacara kusala citta is there. Then that rūpāvacara kusala citta will produce is a result in the rupa plane. Okay.
So you know, I guess my question is because we know that the jhana karma is the garu karma, so it's going to give the results immediately after this life. But then why, whenever we say about rebirth in the Brahma plane, we always add a sentence into it by saying that that person have to keep that jhana intact. Because if he loses the jhana, he's not going to be able to be reborn in the Brahma plane. So why do we have to say that? Because, for example, if he loses the karma, he's not being able to enter into that jhana again. Then he's not going to be reborn in the Brahma planes. But then when he attains that jhana is the Garu Karma, so it should be able to give the result no matter what. Except the case when he attained the five, strong akusala karma. But if he's not doing that, and then he should be able to be reborn in the Brahma plane no matter what. So why does he have to keep the jhana intact?
I don't know the point that you tell me. Uh, he has to keep intact jhana.
Which
I
means
don't find where you get this point. Hmm?
I'll look for the reference, but that's what I've I've read in a lot of places and also heard a lot from Dhamma talks. So that's the point. To keep
In my
saying that.
in my understanding, maybe in my understanding, no need to keep intact. Uh, to be born in order to be born in the rupa plane. We don't need to keep intact. It means we don't need to die with the samapatti.
No, not die with samapatti, but should that person should be able to enter the jhana if he wants. It's not like he's going to die with the samapatti viti. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that he should be able to have the ability to enter into jhana if he wants.
Understand that point. uh, yeah. So samapatti maybe do samapatti for the purpose. I know you have studied jhana level. After the first jhana, uh, we have to do mastery. Okay, we have to do the same jhana uh, in order to be very master about this jhana. Okay, only then we can proceed to the another jhana. So, so that's why we have to enter samapatti. Okay, not to be reborn, not 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 to be very strong karma, to be reborn in the rupa plane, but in order to be master in the first jhana. So if you attain the first jhana, it's sure. Uh, if you attain the first jhana, So you are sure to enter again and again. Okay, something like what if you if you maybe you just get an iPhone, suppose iPhone 12 or 13 or whatever. Then once you get it, you feel very happy with this, and then you try to use it again and again. Okay. So similarly, once you attain the first jhana, very peaceful, no dukkha, no dukkha indriya at all there, then you will enter, surely enter again and again. And also another purpose is to understand uh, the jhana, the first jhana, what you have attained ins and out every in detail. Okay, so for that purpose, they enter into samabadi, uh, jhana samabadi. So, so whatever, maybe if you attain, if maybe some, I don't know where you get. If you don't enter samabadi, then he will not be born in there, right? Am I understanding you? What you said?
No. So you know what I mean. So it's like two questions. So that question is, I guess we just put that question aside. So I guess the main question is, so when a person attains jhana in through the jhana appanaviti, and then from my understanding is that he has to be able to keep that jhana, which means he should be able to attain the jhana if he wants. That if he can do that, then after he dies from this life, he's going to be reborn in the Brahma plane. But if he cannot do that, which means by some reason he loses that ability to enter into that jhana again, then he's not going to be reborn in the Brahma plane. Then why is that? Because according to my understanding is that jhana kamma is the garu kamma. So it should, when he attained the jhana, then it should be able to give the vipaka citta right away. It's right there. It's like somewhere it should be able to give him the ability to be reborn in the Brahma plane right away. So why does he need to keep the ability to attain into jhana as the requirement, as the prerequisite for him to be reborn in that plane?
Mm, mm.
Yeah, so it has nothing to do with the samapatti here, so you know. Yeah.
Samabadi, uh, samabadi, yeah. So suppose you attain the jhana, and then after that, for some reason you lost the jhana is fragile, then if you desire again, you should be able to attain the jhana, right? So only then, what you have studied is that only then he will be able to be reborn in the Rupa plane. Is it correct?
Yes, so you know.
Ah.
Because I keep reading reading and then hearing from Dhamma talks that okay, in order for him to be reborn there, he has to keep that jhana intact. He has to have that jhana intact.
Jhana intact, jhana intact is accessible.
Yes,
Accessible
yes,
to
you
the
know. Which
jhana.
means, so as I said, that, and then also they give some other further information, like if he did something bad, he did something some akusala karma, then he lose the ability to enter into that jhana, and he's not going to be reborn in the Brahma plane. And why is that? So does that mean that jhana karma becomes ahosi?
it, uh, if if it is a Guru Gamma is regarding that point also. Guru Gamma, I don't know. I'm not sure whether we can include the Abhana Jhana as a Guru Gamma or not. Are you sure that the Jhana is a Guru Gamma?
Yeah, right. So you know, so on the side of akusala, then we have the 5 Vedi karma. So those are Garu karma. But on the side of Kusala, they are Jhana karma. That's my understanding, Sayadaw.
Huh? Really? Jhana Gamma. Jhana. So I will make sure, maybe. Mostly mega is because we have, if we study Mejada Niyada, okay, Mejada Niyada Aniyada, like that, the sardine and sardine in the Dugas. So, uh, so Niyada is something which is sure to produce is a result. Is what is that? There's a highness karma and the Niyada Michadeti.
Yes, yeah.
Two kinds of for the agusala. For the gusala, niyada is only sure is only mega. One thing for sure is mega. Niyada, samadha niyada. So, but I was trying to check again about the Garuga Gamma also, right? Uh, maybe Guru Gamma can be, maybe Jhana can be included under the Guru Gamma or not. Okay, if a Guru Gamma, if it is a not Guru Gamma, this is not the problem, right?
Right, Sayadaw, yes. But then also, it's very strange because anyway, okay. All right, thank you, Sayadaw. Yes.
Jhana is a very, how to say. So if we attain the jhana, one thing for sure is maybe we are going to enjoy again that jhana. And also because the jhana pleasure, jhana bliss is a very high. Okay, compared to the sensual pleasure. Okay, sensual bliss, kama sukha. Kama sukha is a very low, and then jhana bliss is a very high. So for those who have attained the jhana bliss, maybe for him they are very sure to end up again and again, and also to maintain that kind of a jhana. Uh, so
Okay,
okay,
thank you, Sayadaw. Yeah, thank you, Sayadaw.
very interesting about the jhana. Jhana point are very interesting. So please try to read. Okay, continue to read about the Rūpāvacarakusalaṃ fourth jhana. And also, I was trying to read it whether Garuga or not.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
Whether is Garuga or not. So thank you so much for your listening and for discussion. So by reciting Buddha Sasana Jiran Ditadu, Buddha Sasana Jiran Ditadu, Buddha Sasana Jiran Ditadu, Buddha Sasana Jiran Ditadu, Sadhu, Sadhu.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Thank you,
Sadhu,
Sayadaw.
sadhu.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Sayadaw.
Welcome. Take care.